Hey guys, I made this video specifically for seasonal dungeons. Any Elvia mechanics I'll make in a separate video, and it's sped up when my character is moving so you guys know where to go. Make sure you hit this boss, it dies very quickly. The yellow circles is the number of players that must enter the platforms respected to the ground. Whoever gets Monoceros needs to charge and kill all these mobs here. Usually the person who does the most DPS up to this point gets Cestus. It's a very specific mechanic where you have to jump on a ledge, and once the time is right, you have to do a very specific skill on the Cestus and just simply jump on the platform, debuffing the boss. You'll see it right now. Alright, you'll see here, this is the platform. Boom, I just did the jump and it's done. I can go down there now and start fighting. That is all there is to it. For both sides, these will spawn. You gotta stop them from going in the middle. You gotta stop the yellow and red orbs from hitting the bosses. See, I'm stopping yellow here. Now the other side's probably doing red. Just orange and yellow. The other ones don't matter. There's another wave that spawned here, but the monsters are gonna come over, and you gotta try to kill them all together. That is it. See, we just killed it right there. Another wave spawned. Gonna stop it from going to the middle again. Just always got to return and keep doing the same thing. And boom, yellow spawn, we did that, went back, same thing. Now stop them from going to the middle again, same thing. The monster's probably coming over, it's right over there, we kill it, same thing. They spawn again. You gotta kill them. A monster's probably coming over. You gotta kill it. That's all it is. You just gotta rinse and repeat. You always want to huddle up in this area for buffs, and so the boss spawns in a good location. Both these pillars together will spawn 6 balls. The 4 players need to make sure both pillars equal 5 after you're done killing this boss. If you mess this up, everyone dies. As you can see here, 4 players about to hit the right pillar, and we continue to the next section. Simple as that. Once this boss hits around this HP, you can stop fighting and go to the next one on the left side. Destroy these structures to get a vision buff here. Our side will focus on destroying pillars. The other side focuses on hitting the mobs to the pillars, so the pillars shoot a beam to the middle and life is good. During this phase, once the boss turns red, you just gotta get on the water tanks and shoot you up into the air just like that. Use the escape function to move faster to the area you need to go. When you go up this hill, I'll show you how to do this mechanic with the scorpions. When the scorpion has its tail on the ground doing this animation, you gotta attack it. When the animation is in reverse, you don't attack it. Eventually it'll go on its back and you can kill it this way. You also gotta kill this mob behind it right here. It's pretty straightforward, just kill all the mobs, that's it. By now you should have 2 Egg of Arid Epoch and 2 Sika's Frigid Scale. And while you're waiting, you can just simple alchemy them. That's how you get the item. This one's simple, just get the fish into the flaming areas and it will cool off the areas and thus giving the boss a debuff later. Alright, same mechanic from earlier applies here. You gotta get 2 Egg of Fearful Epoch and you gotta get 2 Frigid Scale. Simple alchemy, just like the last ones. If it says concentrated, destroy it. Unstable, leave it alone. Hit this fish over to the stone behind us and it'll open the path ahead. Do take notice, right here I am combining some of the items if you're confused on how to combine them. This boss is pretty simple. For the first stage, you just gotta push the fish that spawn onto the pillars and they'll set a little orb around them and that'll bring the whale boss back down. gonna get up from the ground, and you're gonna have to do another mechanic again. This time you're gonna see another mini whale spawn. To get the aura around it to go away, you need to get the little fish that spawn and push them to the pillars again. You kill the mini whale, then the big whale comes back down, and then you kill it. By chance, if you don't kill the whale, the next mechanic, which I would have explained in Elvia, is all you have to do is destroy the pillars, the last wave, then kill the whale. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, I'll put it in the description or find a way to let you guys know, you need medkits. The upcoming platforms on the screen is the difficulty level and how much damage the boss takes. Very important, the fish that looks like it's coming out the ground gasping for air is the fish that will kill you if it reaches the middle. You gotta make sure you kill all the others. Destroy these, they trap you. Also make sure those yellow orbs don't get to the pyramid or they'll spawn fishes that stun you. For squid phase, you have to have party leader loot only on. You have to kill a glowing squid. The leader has to take the item and go to a specific location. His party should be attacking and SAing around him so the phase goes through smoothly. This phase right here is the color phase. Somebody or everybody has to memorize all the colors. Then once you got the max color, you have to go over to the wall of that color so you get a buff so you don't die. Utilize V if you mess this up. For tombstone phase, this requires 2 players. On each tombstone on each side of the room, it will have numbers and symbols. They'll appear on the floor as well. They have to match. If you mess this up, you will die. Utilize your V. Starting the next zone, you need 5 of these, the simple alchemy, to kill the monoceros that we just killed right here. All you have to do is lure them to a little heat pit. Once it's standing on it, you have to attack him, gets a debuff, then it makes it a lot easier to kill. You gotta kill mobs until you see this thing here. Combine the pieces. All the beams have to be pointed towards the middle. Kill these mini bosses to spawn the main one, which is right here. I'm about to show you how to mix all your items right here. This is only for one person. You have to hit the lamp, it spawns the aura. You have to take the monster to kill at the aura, which debuffs the bosses. All other 4 players have to make sure the bosses on the other side have equal HP. The other 4 players need to try their best to make sure they're in the corners so they don't aggro the monster the other players on. I'll be explaining one Elvia mechanic just in case you get on the seasonal. Basically, colors will spawn in the room. You have to take that specific color. By going to it, it will attract to you. Then you have to walk to one of the corners with the same color. If you bump into somebody, you might lose it, so be careful and try to avoid your teammates.